So for our next guest, is one of the most recognizable instructor in the Kizomba world today. He is really famous for his smooth style and musicality. He's regularly featured in many congress and often a frontman for the congresses around the world. We have Mr. Ronie Saleh. How are you?
I am from 1 to 10. If 10 is fantastic, 1 is shit. I'm an 8.5.
Good. I mean, you look good and you sound good. So that's um,
Thank you.
people are wondering probably where you are and what are you doing. So I guess we have a little bit of a downtime at the moment, and it's good to find out more about our favorite artists. So where are you from?
So, my mom and dad are from Kurdistan, so the Iraqi part. So, Kurds from Iraq. When I was 1, they decided to escape with me and my 3 siblings. They escaped the war, so we came to Sweden and Stockholm. So when I was 1, since the age of 1, I've been living in Sweden and Stockholm. So that's kind of my base. Yeah.
Is the family still there?
No, luckily, my all of my family members came to Sweden too. But my how can I say it? My mom's side, most of my mom's side are in Sweden, and most of my dad's side are still back.
So let's dive in more to your background. We want to find out more. So it sounded like you grew up in Sweden. Let's just say.
Yes,
So you studied
I
in
did.
Sweden as well. Is that where you pretty much started your life and your careers and things like that?
Yeah, yeah. So due to my own stuttering, which you will hear in this interview, um, due to my stuttering, I went to a speech and language pathologist since the age of 10. Then, when I was 12, I told myself that I want to become that myself. So when I became 19, I went to the education of speech and language pathologist, which is like a communication speech doctor, so to say. So I was there for university for 4.5 years, 4 years, four. So when I was 24, I graduated and started to work as in Sweden, we call it logoped.
Logoped. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
So is it something that you still kind of practice on the side, like you kind of help out people still, or is it because you're so busy with the dancing that it kind of taken a back step?
So I worked for a company for one year, I think. The first year after I examined. Then I opened my own clinic, which was the stuttering center in Stockholm with 3 others, and that was a big step in my career. But then 8 months in, I felt my heart is not here. I love it. I love to help and be a role model, for my clients. And it gave me so much to show them that you can do it. Don't choose fear. You can do whatever you want to become. So my clients loved me, but I've just started Kizomba. So same time as I started to work as a logoped, I found Kizomba, and it was a clash. It was a clash. So eventually I tried to do 50-50. It lasted 1.5 weeks.
So it's a tough choice to make, I guess,
Then I
because
said,
you've been doing this and you have passion, and then you found dancing, and you have to kind of choose one, pretty much.
Yeah. Because I thought I have a passion. Okay, dancing is my biggest passion, like the biggest. I need time to become an expert at my passion. So I can only have time if I can focus on it full time. I wished I was one of those who can do like 20% of this, 30% of this, 50% of this, but I'm black or white. So I needed to go full time dancing. So it was a very scary step, but my heart knew that I couldn't be in that office at that point of my life.
No, I mean, I can probably kind of think and sympathize with you. I mean, like your family would probably thinking
How come?
this is a really scary step. You have an established career, and then you're just you can imagine you're throwing it all away. I mean, I guess that's what you
Oh
that's what you've probably
yes.
been told, isn't it? It's that's a difficult challenge, but now, I mean, you're one of the biggest names in Kizomba today. I mean, you know, you're headlining
Could
Congress. Yeah,
never guess. Never
crazy,
guess.
crazy. Um, okay, so my next question is a little bit more personal because you know, we just see
Mm.
you in videos dancing. We hear you teaching in the Congress, but I'd like to know
Mm.
more about behind the man kind of thing. So, my first question
Mm.
is, if give us three words that your give us just three words that your friends and family would describe you.
That's a good one. They would say I am funny. I am sensitive. And I am happy.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see that actually. You're living the life, as they say. Okay,
Yeah.
so the next question is, tell us
Mm.
one more interesting fact about you that not many people know.
What do people have no idea about me? This might be very boring though, but I'm very healthy. I eat and live a very healthy
Are you
lifestyle.
a vegan then, or is it just
Mm, Almost. Like I sometimes eat seafood, so you cannot say that I'm completely, but I avoid milk products. I avoid meat. So maybe not many people knows that I'm super healthy. You can check here. Hold on a second. Let me bring you for a ride here. Just shortly. This is my working room. It's a mess now, so I will not show you. But this is basically where I edit all my online classes. But here,
wow? That is some serious supplement right there.
vitamins, minerals, everything to boost my immune
Wow.
system.
I must say that I guess that could be another area that you could probably consider because you know,
Think
body
so?
and mind is important, and I think that you know, as dancers, people care about their physical health,
Yeah.
and as well, you know, that's part of the package of being a dancer. So maybe it's a course that you maybe need to talk about in the future.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Note done. Thanks.
We'll log that in for the future products that you will have.
Sure.
Okay, so Ronnie, it's time to talk about the dancing, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
Um, so I've read that you were dancing foxtrot before. Is this true?
It is completely true.
How deep
Yes.
did you get into the foxtrot?
Deep.
Competitions and things like that?
So when no, but yes, once, which actually made me teach. I never wanted to teach. So when I moved to my university town up north in Sweden, like 10 hours with car, we were about to go to a party, just a normal one. Then I see that we're coming to a place where it's a live band and couples who dances on the floor, and every couple were super tight with each other, like forehead against forehead, floating around on the floor. And then I was like, how beautiful to bring your husband or your wife here, a girlfriend, and blah blah blah. When the band changed song, the couples changed as well, and everyone were as close with the next one. And I was like, were you not with him? And you were not with him? You know what I mean? So I asked them. I was like, what is this? It caught my attention. And they said, you can try it. It's called Fox, Swedish Fox. So the weekend after, I tried it out and I was stuck. For 5 years, I danced it every week.
It's really interesting because I mean, I've been to Sweden, and I guess the country's it's not really I guess it's considered that generally people are a bit more closed off, right? I'm just talking in a general sense, pretty much. It's like in London,
True.
where people
Cold.
are a bit. It
Yeah.
feels a bit colder, but it takes a little
Mm.
while to bring them out of their kind of outer shell.
Mhm.
So it's quite interesting that the dancing is big in Sweden.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. But Foxtrot is the biggest social dance in Sweden. I'm talking about approximately, if I can guess, 100,000 active
Wow,
dancers.
that is a big community. That is huge.
That's huge.
Um,
Yeah.
just on top of that, so did you also try any dance styles like tango on top of that while you were deep into it?
No. Like I said before, when I go into something is 110% that, you know. So I danced that every weekend, like almost every weekend for 5 years. And I went to workshops and stuff. Not even close of thinking I will teach, because one of my biggest fears has been to talk in front of a big audience. That's like worse than death. You know what I mean? But then I participated in a foxtrot competition. Not that I searched for it, but one friend said, please, Ronie, you dance so nice. You need to just go and see what happens. And the first thing I said to him was, I don't want anyone to put points and numbers on my dance. Like, dancing is an expression, you cannot like box it. But then after convincing me, I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I gave it a shot and I won out of 250 participants. Yeah, which was a shock for me. And after that competition, people from that competition came to me and said, you need to teach us that. I was like, I don't, I'm scared, and I don't know how to actually teach. But that motivated me to take that next step. And I don't regret it ever since.
How
Yes,
did you
sir.
discover Kizomba?
So me and my foxtrot friend, we went to a foxtrot weekender, like a boot camp. No, not as instructors, just as participants. We went there, and during that course, they play kizomba and bachata, and I got hooked on the kizomba beat. I was like, why do you play this kind of song in a foxtrot course? Like, how come? And the instructor's style was called Latin fox. Yeah. So that hooked me. But when someone showed me on that course, someone showed me how Kizomba looked. I saw Albir and Sara Lopez, and that moment I was like, I want that. That's what everything I've done until now has led to. I'm going for that now. So that course was November 2013. 2014, we jumped on our first Kizomba course.
So was it the leap? Was it much different from Foxtrot in terms of the technicalities of it?
Similar, very similar. Chest, frame same. A lot of things were same. So we had advantage coming from a similar dance, But of course, the beat was different, and stuff. The flow is different, but technically very similar.
All right, okay. So you did mention about the bachata because you're famous for
Mm,
the kizumba, but I've recently
mm.
found out, researching you, that you actually teach bachata as well. Uh, so
I
tell us, how did that start? So did the kizumba start before the bachata, or
mm.
how which order?
Yes. Kizomba started after Foxtrot. I danced it intensively for years. And when I was in Israel teaching, I was giving a Kizomba boot camp. I went into the bachata floor, the festival. So there was a Kizomba, Salsa, and Bachata. When I went into that room and I was observing them dancing Bachata, I was like, damn, the passion, the expression. Not that Kizomba was like bad or so. It was just another expression. And Kizomba is more deep. It's more like introverted, It's more like, yeah. So when I went into that room, as always, when I'm going for something, when I decide, I want to be the best. Like I want to be better than I've ever been, And so I don't remember the year exactly, maybe 2017 that was, and I went all in for bachata. So what I found afterwards is that dancing and dances are like languages. The more languages you know, the smarter you become at each one of them. You see similarities, you see connections, you build up your mental language structure. The same thing goes with dancing. Like when I started Kizomba, my foxtrot changed.
So Ronnie, you have, I think by far of the many kind of teachers out there, you have many collaborations. I mean, especially with different women dancing videos.
Mm,
To name a few, you have dancing videos with Michaela, quite a few of them actually. Macarena.
yeah.
I mean, the name just goes on.
So we as artists, I think we are pretty spontaneous about things, Like whatever background we happen to see, we just say, hey, let's do this or that and stuff. So there's not so much planning, We were, me and Sara Lopez were teaching at the same festival. And then we were in this cruise ship, the walking around and, seeing beautiful things in Egypt. And then once we were up there, I just said, "Hey, let's do it here," So we danced in front of the pyramids. That was cool.
For the people watching, I mean, for myself that watched it, that was really cool to watch because you have a nice background,
Thanks.
and then you have the beautiful couple, yourself and Sara Lopez dancing,
Mm,
and it was good.
she's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Um, Not to put too
Thanks.
much pressure on you, but um, which could you name the top three probably collaboration? I mean, that you did with people. I mean, it doesn't need to. It's not to say who's the best or anything. It's just to say that oh, during that time it was a special place or it was a special connection or something or
I cannot answer that because why? Because every new girl that I teach with and I dance with, a new story is born. You know, we create something that someone never had created before us, and someone will never create after us. So every meeting, every expression with someone new is completely unique. Therefore, as a solo artist, I need to be very open. I need to be flexible. I need to adjust because everything you have seen on my YouTube channel, everything I post is improvisation. So since dancers goes to workshops because they want to be social dancers, you know, it's called social dancing, right? It means that when I teach, I give them tools, I give them techniques and everything, and I show them myself that you can lead anyone. You don't have to have a specific partner to be able to do things. So that's why I'm very very specific and detailed in the way I teach because I show them over and over again. No matter who I dance with, I can still do what I teach you. You
no. I
know.
mean, we touched on that subject before, and you asked me what I think about your classes and whatnot, and I gave you my
Mm.
answer about you have this emphasis on repetition, the tempo, playing with the tempo, musicality. But from your perspective as a teacher, what are you trying to convey to the students? I mean, because you have a really unique teaching style out of everybody that I've took class from.
So when we started to dance kizomba, I found that many instructors and many workshops, if not all, yeah, all. Let me not be humble here. Everyone, okay, taught us long sequences of steps. 4/8 counts in a row, 5/8 counts in a row. So it became more a memory game for me. You know what I mean? It was like, what happened after? Hold on a sec. What happened? You know, and once the music was played in the socials, one, I forgot the sequence. Okay, 9 times of 10, it was gone. If I didn't go back and watch it over and over again, I found that it was very hard for me to be musical. It was, in fact, impossible for me to be musical because if you are stuck using these 4/8 in a row, it's one chance of a millions that you will catch things in a song. Yeah, so I was like, wait a second. When I started to teach, I asked myself, how did I wish someone taught me? And during my Kizomba journey, before I taught, I broke the sequences down and found different ways of doing every 8. You know what I mean? Myself. So when the workshop was over, I found myself different ways of playing with variations, but also creativity tools. These both. So when I started to teach, I didn't have too many steps to actually teach because I taught only after one year, you know, dancing kizomba. But I taught the few things I had with different ways. And for the students, this was completely a new mindset. and I felt that they enjoyed it so much, and they could be much more musical this fast. So that motivated me to keep teaching people variations and creativity tools.
Now I want to talk about your online dance platform. So um,
Mm.
it's out there. I've seen the ad, and could you tell us more how it works and how do people would sign up? Do they need to contact you, or is it through the website, or how?
Website. Yeah. Let me tell you how it started shortly, because it's an interesting story, I think. So one guy came to one of my workshops 4 years ago. He said, "Man, what you teach, I've never seen. I was like, "Oh wow, okay, thanks." He said, "You need to bring this online now." I was like, "No, man, I cannot talk in front of a lens and acting like it's a real class. Like I want to see people and feel people." He said, "No, Ronnie, please, man, please trust me. They will appreciate it." I was like, "No, no, blah blah." It took him 2 years to convince me. Then I said, "You know what? Okay, I'll give it a try." I did. When I got the feedback, I regretted that I didn't started 4 years ago, because people were so happy about it. They felt that they could be at home, learn at their own pace. They could hit pause. They could rewind things. They don't have to travel to every festival every month. Some people don't have the time. They don't have the money and blah, blah, blah. So the feedback I got motivated me to just keep creating stuff. And in these 2 years since I launched my first one, we've sold 1,300 courses. And the ones who have taken it, they ask, when is the next one out? So I need to thank you guys for motivating me to keep producing online stuff.
So weird question. During the week, you're not. Let's just say you've been teaching over the weekend. You're teaching during the week. You have a night off. You have a day off, night off. What do you choose to do on that night off?
Bachata, social dance. I wished I was sane. Like, I wished I was like, "Ronnie, you've been dancing the whole weekend. Now it's time for something else in life." But after one day when I don't dance, I'm like, I need to express myself again. So addiction.
So this is a another one in regards to dancing. Name three people you enjoy to social dance.
Oh man, that's a hard question. There's so many. I mean, it's a different vibe with everyone. But of people everyone knows, I enjoy to dance with Sara Panero, Marta, Sara Lopez, Macarena, so many
So, and for
names.
bachata, anyone you kind of recently danced and you say, "Wow, this girl is really good."
Nahir. She's a machine. Sara Panero is beyond this world as well. If you haven't seen mine and Nahir's bachata video on my YouTube channel, check it out.
I'm gonna go into that after this and watch that video. Um, okay, so besides from the people that like to dance with, um, people or artists that you like to watch dance and perform.
Honestly, I don't watch so many. I don't watch so many. When I actually watch it, I feel inspired. But I learn more by finding my own expression. Like rather spend 10 hours finding out how I feel the music and stuff, and then maybe 1 hour watching someone else.
So the last of the viewers' question: do you have, Ronie Saleh, piercings or tattoos?
Ah, ah, I do. One, two, and no, I'm kidding. No tattoos, no other piercings. I've been thinking about tattoos, but I'm not there yet or ever. But tattoos, piercing, not so much. Besides these, tattoo, it's been in my mind, but now it's more chill. So I'm not as I need to do it.
Okay, so Ronnie, how where do you teach on a regular basis in Sweden?
Many years ago, a few years ago, I decided not to give any classes when I'm home, besides in privates every now and then. So I don't teach in my basement. The only time I teach is weekenders and online courses.
Um, with the coronavirus and we're stuck at home, are you doing any live stream classes or dance challenges?
Not so much, actually. Not so much. I wished I could do more. I'm doing online stuff instead, but nothing live yet. Some organizers has contacted me recently, and they want to create this online festival thing. So I have approved 2 of them. So I will give men's styling and musicality and Q&As. So that's next up. Yeah.
The other one was I forgot to ask earlier. So, um, men's performing group or even couples
Mm,
group. Um, are you gonna dive into
mm.
the performance aspect of the dancing and produce a product for that?
I haven't, I haven't, as you've seen, I haven't focused too much on that. Because Kizomba and Foxtrot has never been a show dance. Bachata and salsa are more natural, showy. So it hasn't come naturally for me. And since I'm doing so many other stuff, it's still not a priority of mine. Bachata, bachata made me much more confident in my styling. Much more. The footwork, the arm works, the every. You need to be so aware of that. So now I choose. No, I use the bachata confidence in my foxtrot and kizomba now. So yeah, motivation to give men's styling has increased since bachata.
So now it's just um, so for booking in your social media. Let's just say they want to book you for a congress.
Mm.
What's the best way to contact you and your social media? Where can we reach you?
Contact me on Facebook Messenger. It's the easiest one. It might take a while for me to respond to you because I get messages a lot. So it's not that I'm arrogant, but I don't have a manager that replies and stuff. So everything is on me, but I will respond as soon as I can. So Facebook Messenger, if you want to follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss anything I upload. Facebook, Instagram, and online courses on RonieSaleh.com. RonieSaleh.com.
So Ronnie, I've seen on some Facebook Live and also on a website that you sing. You're a song. you're a songwriter and you sing as well. I wonder if you can give us a quick sample of that.
Sure, sure, sure. So since I stuttered, singing was the only way for me not to stutter. So when I sing, it completely disappears. That's why I love to sing and dance, because dance is a non-verbal expression. And when I sing, stuttering just goes. So you'll get a sample. Du borde lyssnat bättre, min son. Vad ska du ta dig till? Wow, wow, wow. De kallar dig för galen. För du kan inte sitta still. Wow, wow, wow. Mamma brukar fråga. Min son, är det något jag inte vet? Söta, älskade mamma. Ja, det förblir min hemlighet. För oj, 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 oj. Jag är inte liten någon mer. Din son har blivit stor som du ser. Men du oroar dig som mammor gör. Oj, min son. Wow, 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 wow. Jag kan inte ligga i din famn. Men jag älskar dig så ändå. Släpp taget och låt mig. Mamma, låt mig gå. Da, 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 da. Da, deepy, da, ba, deepy, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da. Thank you. It's my own song. It's about my mom who missed me so much when I moved to my university town. And the name of the song is, hold on. Yeah, let go, mom. So she needed to let go of her son, So Swedish song.
And thank you very much for like being generous with your time.
Thanks for having me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment the video.
I got nothing but fire.